Welcome to this T-Ball tip. My name's Marty Schupak. I'm with Schupak Sports and T-Ball America. Schupak Sports has 50,000 video clips coming. Please subscribe if you're involved in sports at all. As a player, as a coach, or even as a parent, we have a sport for you there. Anything you want to learn, we could do it. Today we're talking about throwing in T-ball. And this is a drill I call the hula hoop drill. And what I do is I line up hula hoops against a fence. I have the players opposite the hula hoops, and each player has a bucket of balls. Now, it's incumbent upon the coaches and the parents of your team, and this picture doesn't show it, but you have to separate the players more, because when they first begin throwing, it's like you're in a crossfire of two street gangs shooting guns. I mean, the balls are flying all over the place. Make sure you separate the players. And also, talking about separation, if you notice here, we're giving each player a bucket of balls. And I try to separate skills early in the year. If you teach throwing, don't have the players catch the ball. And if you teach players to catch the ball, don't have them throw it. Of course, after the first couple of practices, you definitely combine skills. A couple of things about throwing too. You'll find that the kids that have older brothers or sisters that are more athletic, they'll be a little bit ahead of the curve as far as their teammates are concerned. That's number one. Number two, if I found in coaching youth sports, not just T-ball, baseball, softball, but a lot of other sports, as the kids get older, again, not so much in T-ball, once you correct one mistake, other mistakes seem to auto-correct themselves. And the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes we'll stand there, and if it's an older player in the batter's box, we'll start correcting every single little nuance. If you correct one or two, a lot of times, not all the time, it'll correct the other mistakes. So make sure you pick and choose the mistakes that you're going to correct. Another thing is with throwing, and I showed this in one of my T-ball flash drills. I do something what's called the chair drill, where I take a freestanding chair, I lie the player down, and I give them a ball, and they bring their arm back, and then they throw the ball. And what this is doing is the gravity is actually helping them bring their arm back. Because a lot of times young kids, not just T-ballers, but even older kids like 7, 8, 9, and 10-year-olds, they never really experience their arm going back. And that's one of the major flaws when we're teaching kids to throw a ball. All right? They'll stop at the air and then they'll throw it forward. You want to bring the arm all the way back. Don't go out and buy a freestanding bench. I've also done this on the bleachers at the school. You just lie them down, have them bring their arm back, and then have them throw it to you. You stand at the base of the chair or the bleachers. Try it out. It works. That's the chair drill. The other thing I want to mention too, as the kids get older, okay, a lot of times, like if they're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or even 13, we tend to only have pitchers do pitching drills. After a few years, I started to include all my players in a lot of pitching drills, good pitching drills, because this will help enhance the throwing skill, all right? So remember, this is the hula hoop drill. Early on for 5 and 6-year-olds, don't overcoach as far as techniques. All right, let them do the actual act. You will correct the techniques incrementally as the season goes on. Make sure you spread them out, and each player has a bucket of balls. Use soft cover balls. I always tell all my coaches, I do clinics around the country, don't spend money you don't have. But if you are going to spend money with your team, whether it's T-ball, baseball, or softball, put it into extra baseballs or softballs. Okay? So for Schupak Sports, I'm Marty Schupak.